Today on my show, I'm going to do a Funko Pop review of Stranger Things, Mike and Will. I'm going to start off with Will. So Will is one of the kids from Stranger Things, the TV show. He's wearing a vest, kind of reminds me of Back to the Future. So he's wearing 80s clothes from the 1980s. So she's a cool character. He goes on his adventure with one of his friends on the show because there's aliens. It's hard to explain. If you're a big fan of the show, I highly recommend it that you need to get Will a Stranger Things Pop if you're a big fan of the show or not, but it depends on the audience. And I'm going to do my other Funko review of Mike. Well, Mike is wearing a red stripes t-shirt. He's carrying a walkie-talkie or something because back in the 80s, before the iPhone was invented, there used to be these huge phones and also walkie-talkies been around in the 80s. And he's also wearing a backpack so he could help Will find aliens. And if Mike's your favorite character from Stranger Things, then I highly recommend it that you need to get Mike. And I highly recommend it that you need to get Will, because I highly recommend it that people need to get these two Funkos of Mike and Will from the show. And if you're a big fan of the TV show or popular, awesome TV show Stranger Things, and I highly recommend it that you need to get these Funkos. If they don't have that, they might have Stranger Things Pop, Funkos at Barnes & Noble, or you can just get them on Amazon. It doesn't matter. And I wanted to make this episode for the Stranger Things fans. The TV show is set in the 1980s. If you grew up in that era, then, or if you're a big fan of the 80s, or if you have not seen the show yet, then I highly recommend it that you need to watch Stranger Things because it's cool, and I still highly recommend it. I do not want to spoil it because if you haven't seen it, because it's cool, and if you watch the TV show really carefully, you might see some Easter eggs or something. I don't want to spoil the different episodes from Stranger Things Season 1 if you have not watched it yet. And somewhere in October, around Halloween time, there's going to be Stranger Things Season 2. And yes, Stranger Things Season 2 will come out in Halloween, because I wish it was on in summer, but we have to wait till October. And that's all for my show today. And make sure to comment below of what's your idea for which creatures or which idea for episodes that the creators like should make for like Stranger Things in the future, like Stranger Things season 3 or 4. And or you can also comment below of what's your idea for which alien or like monster or creature should be in Stranger Things and why. Don't forget to subscribe and click like on the bottom below if you're a big fan of the Netflix TV show Stranger Things. And yes, before I go, is I want to let people know is if you have Netflix, I still highly recommend it that you need to watch Stranger Things because really it's not a boring show. It doesn't make you fall asleep like this. Power up. And that's all for my show today, and see you next time.